Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us for a new show. I'm with Joe. It's a Way to Joe kind of show, you know.
It's true.
Yeah. So we're gonna
It's
talk
both of
about
us.
a lot of movies, as you see, a lot of movies. This ain't even doesn't pair in comparison to his movie collection. Your movie collection is ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be like from
Yeah.
hold on, let me get from here to there.
Yeah. And since Filmstruck just kind of launching next week, we're gonna do Criterion stuff. You know, we're also gonna do other movies too, like old classic movies, but mostly Criterion because they have this class, this exquisite taste, if you will.
That's
Je ne
what
sais
they
quoi.
say, and then you got Blood for Dracula,
And then you have Armageddon and
Flesh for Frankenstein.
yeah. So
They also did the Rock, by the way, and RoboCop.
RoboCop's not bad.
Well, neither is the Rock.
I know. I'm just saying. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all kinds of Criterion movies every month. Maybe we'll do it twice a month. I'm not sure, but this month is October, so it's Halloween season. So we have a pretty good movie. I've never seen. Oh, it's right there. He had it placed right there. You see? Hausu is for some people. 1977. I've never seen this movie till about 2 nights ago, and
I want to put it back.
and I learned a lot of things. I learned that Mr. Togo is the best character. There's might have spoilers in it. Mr. Togo is by far the best character.
Well, I think we can do
Bananas
spoilers
everywhere.
like at the end.
Yeah, bananas everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of great. Honestly, my favorite character isn't really an actual character. He's a skeleton.
Oh.
Because he dances.
He dances a lot.
Dances, yeah.
I like the watermelon guy, because he was actually, I'm pretty sure he was having sex with the watermelons.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Because the first shot you see...
Honestly, it wouldn't be the first movie I've seen with watermelon fucking in it.
Well, you see they take off the watermelon and reveal him. He's like...
Yeah.
And he's definitely having sex with the watermelon there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was weird.
So, House is a Japanese horror movie from, I believe it was in 1976, 77. It took 2 years from them to make the movie from when they greenlit it, and because let me get his name right.
Just have the disc.
Yeah. Stop it. It was Nobuhiko Obayashi who wrote and directed it.
Oh.
And he was a commercial director in Japan. This was his first feature-length film, and basically, Toho wouldn't let him direct it because he didn't work for Toho at the time. Because Toho produced this. And they wanted to make a new Jaws.
This is not Jaws.
Well, no, it's not Jaws.
Well, the piano.
Yeah, but it's not Jaws.
Yeah. And the melody is played over and over and over.
Yeah, I should have told you.
That melody.
I hope you like the melody because you're going to hear it the entire movie.
Different variations. It's like Suspiria. You're just going
to
get the same thing.
Well, I love the melody in the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I like it a lot more than the Suspiria soundtrack, which we might cover at some point.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. Well, it's not Criterion.
But yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Criterion horror movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those. It's a strange movie. It's not like when you hear Japanese horror, like people think Ringu, Ju-on, Dark Water. I don't know the Japanese title for that one.
Yeah.
But
this one's weird.
Yeah, it's a very strange movie. It's kind of
about loss.
It's about it follows 7 girls, like teenage girls, who go visit the one's aunt, and I guess shenanigans happen at the house because it's haunted.
There's also probably the fluffiest cat I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Blanche. Oh,
which means white.
That is the best character, the best cat in movies, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: when I was watching it, and it was a big giveaway with Mac. I think the 7 girls. This is a theory that a lot of people apparently are thinking too, that they're all based on 7 deadly sins. Because Mac is definitely gluttony. Kung Fu is definitely wrath. I think Gorgeous is more of like greed or envy. Because she's envious.
It should be lust.
Lust. No, fantasy's lust because she's want to be.
Oh, she wants to be Mr. Togo. Yeah.
Mr. Togo. They all are kind of based. I don't know what sweet is, but Melody is definitely Sloth because she just sits there and plays music, and she's kind of like, "Hi guys."
Yeah. I mean, that's an idea.
Yeah, it's
Um,
interesting. So there's 7 of them.
well, watching the interview with the director, he talked about how it was natural for him to pick 7 because 7's a very important number in Japanese tradition. 7 samurai. Uh, there's a lot of the number 7 comes up a lot. It's like how 3 comes up in the Bible all the time.
Yeah,
So, it
it's good.
it's a weird it's a weird movie, and I think what throws a lot of people off is that it's not heavily focused on plot.
It's a pretty simple plot.
It's very simple, and it's not really like kind of lesson based like a lot of horror movies are. Like, you know, don't watch the videotape because bad things are gonna happen.
And that's kind of badly.
Yeah, don't kill your kids, you know, because they're gonna haunt you later or something.
This one, don't obsess on a promise that your boyfriend or husband tells you and doesn't come back, and don't live off that.
Yeah, that I believe that's based off a British story. I'm not 100% on that one. They did talk about there was a story about a woman who would wait for her husband to come back from the war. Oh no, that was something else. But yeah,
I feel like this movie. I have to describe this movie as if Argento made an Evil Dead. That's how I see it.
Evil Dead 2.
It has the style, the visual style. It's not that much light, like different lights like Argento usually does. But like the set design is very kind of Argento-ish, like kind of weird and stylish and stuff like that. And it has like Evil Dead kind of animatronics going on, like claymation kind of things. Like the wood is moving around.
It's incredibly surrealistic too.
Yes.
So I would throw Lynch in there.
Yeah.
Because it'll do these little segments where you're not sure if it's a dream. It'll like cut back and then go forward again. Cut back.
The mirror is just weird.
They use pretty much every special effect they could at the time, and
Inventive, yeah.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it wasn't the best special effects at the time, and he meant it. He meant to do that.
It's very.
It's the guy.
Even editing's kind of weird. Like in the beginning,
all the editing's weird.
Like in the beginning, it's like that middle like square in the middle, and everything else is blurry, and then everything is back in focus. Like that's the weirdest.
Well, there's that weird window at one point at Gorgeous's father's apartment.
And she throws the thing.
Yeah.
What was that? Like
freeze frames and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of freeze frames.
He did a lot of stuff that really wasn't done at the time, and part of it, I guess, was him kind of challenging, the traditions at the time. Being like from commercials and not doing feature films all the time, he wanted to do something completely different, and it's really an interesting watch. Where
it starts very like lighthearted, like it feels like a '70s like Partridge Family kind of thing. They're traveling.
You should see the trailer. Watch the trailer. The trailer is hilarious. Did you see the trailer?
No.
Oh, it's like some like monkeys like pop song, and it shows them like walking to the aunt's house.
Yeah, to me that's okay. This is weird. This is kind of weird, and then it just like insanity happens pretty quickly. Like with Mac, her head just shows up. What?
Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a spoiler.
I said that I warned there might be spoilers. It might, and that's one whole thing.
But I mean, we could talk about it more in depth.
The piano is probably one of my favorite scenes.
The piano is one of the most famous scenes. The clock is also one of the more famous ones.
Yeah, the clock wasn't expecting. The clock was like, what? How'd that happen?
What's the best part of it for me is the fact that the director, when he was tasked with writing a horror movie, asked his 10-year-old daughter at the time, what she would think, and his reasoning is when like adults become too humanized at one point, like they're too like grounded in reality. He likes asking children because they have an imagination, they have creativity, they come up with things that you wouldn't think of, and almost all the scares I think she came up with them, like all the scenarios, and they're quite interesting. I mean, there's futons that attack a girl,
Yeah.
a piano, the idea with the watermelon in the well, uh, just all kinds of stuff. And it's really interesting.
The ending with like the cat and they're surfing on that door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Yeah, I believe that might have been referenced in Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. Or Jaws.
The Jaws came out first.
I know, it might be a reference to Jaws.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm just saying because they want to make Jaws.
It could be. It could be a reference.
It's a movie I think it's so weird. I have to watch it a couple more times.
Yeah, and I believe this is the third or fourth time I watched it because I watched it last night just to get a refresher, and it's still enjoyable. Like it really is.
My friend,
it's so weird.
My friend never watched it, so she was like, she's a big horror movie watcher, so she was like, we'll watch it together, like, and we'll live tweet this thing, and we'll live text each other, and she fell in love with the movie.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great movie.
It's one of those ones that it was incredibly like panned and like just derided by all the film critics because the weird things he did, and even while he was making it, people criticized him because of the way he acted with his actors and crew. He did things very untraditionally with this film. And I think it just shows where everybody who worked on it had a good time. Everybody, like all the younger people, really enjoyed this film, and it was a huge hit in America.
Yeah.
And in the on the special feature with the director's interview, they talked about the producers at Toho. One of them, like one of the head guys, went to one of the producers of the film and said, "I didn't want this to be a hit."
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And it was a huge hit. It's still talked about to this day. It's still shown in film classes because it's so different from everything else. I mean, if you want to get into spoilers, we can get into spoilers.
No, I want to leave it to the audience, really. So if you've seen the movie, let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it, go watch it. Watch this video. I don't know why you're listening to this right now if you've never seen the movie.
Well, if you want a recommendation, check out a non-traditional horror movie, something that it's unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Yeah, it is.
And if you have seen something before, it's because it was either referencing or influenced by this movie.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, it's. Don't expect a huge plot. Don't even really expect a lot of like over the top like scares.
Don't expect the normal.
Yeah, it's just kind of, it's a surrealist kind of thing. It's very everything's kind of dreamlike in the movie.
Yeah,
and everything you just kind of go with it and be like, in this situation, it might not be the scariest thing in the world that you can think of. Might not be the most realistic thing in the world you could think of, but if it happened,
it's got style.
In like a dream,
yeah,
you'd be really freaked out.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's a stylish movie. It's got some crazy special effects. They do a lot of really weird stuff. As Scott alluded to on our Condish podcast, I believe he said that somebody described this as the Alice. If Disney, the people who made Alice in Wonderland, made it a horror movie, like straight up with a live action cast, this is very similar to that.
Yeah. So, if you liked it, let us know in the comment section below. Also, over here, somewhere around there, not really good at my depth perception. Subscribe. You subscribe to the YouTube, you get more shows. You get us doing this for free. You get Main Street Podcast. We talk about wrestling. You get the video sharing. We talk about video games. You got Wolf's Howl, where he criticizes and yells about things. We have a lot
much
of
like he is in real life.
Yeah, and also if you have a recommendation, you can tweet us at MinCondishMCP, or you can leave a comment comments on the section below.
Yeah.
You want what's our next movie we're gonna do? There's so many. There's hundreds of movies of Criterion. Like 800. We need to know. We need like a direction to go. Where do you want us to go? Let us know in the comment section below. Till then, go watch House. Enjoy Halloween. Watch more spooky movies.
Of course. Always watch.
Yeah, I know I will be. So, I'm Wade. This is Joe,
I'm Joe.
and catch you later.